Hey, Glenn here, the People's Carpenter. If you're doing any kind of restoration or renovation in very old buildings like this one, sometimes you find broken framing. In this case, I found a broken stud and I'm going to fix it. It's not that hard. So as I'm removing the last pieces of sarking from this wall, I've come across this. It's a stud that is quite damaged and has gotten slightly more damaged. Like there was already a chunk missing, but it's just getting worse as I try to bash things. So I'm not going to replace the entire stud. That would be more work than I wish to do. I'll show you what I am going to do. I'll do it tomorrow. Alright, so yeah, the stud just touches the bottom plate, but it's broken so much that the nail is not holding it there. So let's get rid of that nail. Old nails can be a pain. Let's see what I can do with that. They'll either be impossible to remove or they'll be so weak at this point that they'll just pull out easily. Or somewhere in between where it's coming out with a bit of work. Okay. So I don't need to cut any of that out. What I'll do instead is get a piece of the Rimu framing. Oh, wrong one. Get a piece of the Rimu framing that I've found around the place and splice it on to the side of it like that. I did consider just using a piece of treated pine, which is what well, a lot of modern houses now framed with, and that would work okay. The trouble is the dimensions aren't quite the same these days, and people often comment about the fact that 2x4s are getting smaller and smaller. These pieces are about 100 mils by 50 mils, which is pretty much 2x4. Modern framing like this, and it's also quite rough sawn, modern framing like this is dressed down to 90 by 45, which is fine, but it doesn't match that. Whereas this old piece of framing matches it perfectly. I might just go and cut the ends off, make sure that, well, at least one of them is nice and square to sit on the bottom, and then I'll come back. Each end is cut square, or as square as my miter saw will do, which is not too bad. Get the broken bit of stud in the position where you want it to be permanently. I'm just going to clamp this piece on for now to keep it stable while I work on it. Okay, cool. I'm going to screw this to this because it's old wood, old Rimu wood, reasonably hard. It would probably be okay, but I don't want to risk anything splitting, so I'm going to pre-drill. So you can tell it's hard, find how difficult it is to drill into. Don't worry if the bit goes all the way through, it won't change anything. Okay, now that is definitely, well, it's as solid as it needs to be. Now I'm just repositioning the original stud where it was, and I can see that because of the nail hole. And then I forgot my nail gun. I'll go and grab that. Cool. One more nail, won't hurt. Okay, here we are. That is as strong as it ever was. So what I've just shown is the application of this technique in one particular setting, namely when you've got a broken piece of stud at the bottom. But this technique is transferable to a whole range of scenarios. Whenever you've got a piece of framing that is damaged and removing the entire piece would be quite a lot of work, this is an option that you can use. Some years ago we lived in a house that had an issue of water ingress, basically leaking into the wall framing because the solid plaster exterior had some damage to it. I'm never going to live in a solid plaster house again. They're a pain to maintain. But anyway, this had been going on for some years, and so there was a rotten piece of framing, or several rotten pieces of framing on the inside, and rather than get carried away and replace the entire piece of framing, I just cut out the compromised pieces and spliced onto the sound pieces of framing a piece of frame that was more or less equivalent to it alongside it, so that the house didn't fall down. In an old house like this, you're going to have this issue quite a bit because, you know, it's implausible that the house has been sitting there for 140 years and the framing is still in perfect condition. It won't be. When doing a significant renovation or restoration of any kind, what makes for good viewing, of course, is big things that make large changes quickly, like smashing out the lining of a wall, or removing a forge and clearing out the hearth, or installing new piles and floor, which is what's going to be happening in here. But the reality is, a lot of the time that you spend on the project is going to be on small details that just need to be done. Things like, you know, fixing the occasional broken stud or installing nogs, which I'll still show you at some point, which isn't necessarily that exciting to watch, but it's really necessary.